was removed from her plans in a deliberate foreign maneuver. There was no mistake. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kate Middleton's appearance on the Queen News YouTube channel. Meg's most recent maneuver merely demonstrates how cunning she can be and how prepared she is for her big escape away from Harry. Although I know I keep bringing up the same point, it is becoming increasingly clear that Meghan is playing a marital game by making Harry her double while also making fun of him. People, you also discussed this rather fervently in my video titled Strange Signs That Prove a Broken Marriage, but we'll speak about it later in this one since I'm too happy to offer you the most recent information. I'm worried that this is it for us. The princesses Beatrice and Eugenie were strutting the red carpet at Vogue World 2023 in London on Friday practically at the same time. When Meghan Markle visited Germany, she appeared to be some sort of Midwestern farmer in a fairly gloomy, head-to-toe brown outfit. Since Meg made her statement a few years ago, odd things have happened, but this week's events in Dusseldorf definitely win the prize. Meghan Markle said goodbye to the rumored $70,000 worth of designer goods that she wore for the 2022 event. We also didn't get to see the glossy blow-dried Meghan that we saw in 2022, who had been primed and reprimanded until she couldn't take it anymore. Instead of Meghan's very outspoken wardrobe that we've seen in the past, what we saw in Dusseldorf was completely different. She wore flats, jeans, and blacks and browns, a neutral color scheme that makes us wonder if her stylist went colorblind. Obviously, this was completely intentional and was not the result of Meghan throwing some wrinkled clothes into a steamer trunk before she ran to the airport. In fact, I believe Meghan knew exactly what she was doing with all of this mediocrity in her style and was attempting to remove her wardrobe from the discussion. The closest Meghan came to deviating from this plan was when she wore 1,300 Hermes trainers to a One Games event. Of course, we haven't yet mentioned the pinky ring, which supposedly is worth $96,000, and we're not really sure where it came from. Now, if you ask me, it was completely unnecessary. Victoria Ward pointed out that Meghan was acutely aware of the focus on the cost of her wardrobe and is at pains to point out how much of her clothing is vintage or the presence of a Netflix team this year, who are documenting the event for Harry's just-released documentary Heart of Invictus, is a significant change from Meghan's appearance at the Games last year, when she was switching out various costumes every single day. 2 series of Harry and Meghan for Netflix after a difficult year that saw Meghan and Harry's brand career fall off a cliff. It seems like someone somewhere has been thinking long and hard about where exactly Meghan and Harry can go from here, so Meghan's relatively conservative turnout at the Games icon onto. Heart and Harry and Meghan have long since debuted, and both documentaries received decidedly mixed reactions and viewing figures, so there are no cameras following them this time ready to capture their caring. Well, it seems like they changed strategies and now Meghan and Harry are embarking on increasingly different career paths. Seems like Hollywood celebrity is still Meghan's primary goal. She's been trying to get close to some pretty important people who can affect stock prices or greenlight some very big budget projects, people like the Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos and also Amazon's Jeff Bezos. And then what about her Instagram account? Well, she's got about 128,000 followers so far, and how could we forget about that new business or website or whatever it is that she's about to launch and she's been talking about for so long now? I don't even want to talk about it anymore, but at least from our viewpoint it doesn't seem like Harry is interested in any of that now. Maybe he's going to end up making some new Netflix series about the conservation in Africa, and that would be a worthy outing for sure, but so far it seems like Harry's ambitions in life are pretty limited. He's interested in doing charity work and he's interested in somehow making enough money to keep their bodyguards fed and watered, and of course spending plenty of time at home playing video games and smoking joints and eating magic mushrooms. But it has never really looked like Harry wants to be in the Hollywood game. It doesn't look like he cares by being invited to all the fancy Hollywood parties, and it seems like, at least professionally speaking, Meghan and Harry really are separating, and so it means they are giving each other the space and the media breathing room to take the lead. So okay, I guess that explains why Meghan wore some pretty boring clothing. Alright, now I want to discuss with you some of the comments that you left in our previous video talking about Harry and Meghan breaking up, so without further ado let's get to it. Okay, first up, I like this comment from Jerry. Most people in USA are ashamed to know she's from USA. An opinion, and that is an opinion that I share and I think most of you share as Well, and then we've got Anna Paula saying there's no PR in the world that can make us forget the disrespectful bowel that Meghan exemplified in the Netflix documentary. This performance offended a lot of people, myself included. It was shameful, and I think that is one of the things we could never ever forget. It doesn't matter how much they try to act like they've changed, or how much they try to act like they really are these good people. That is a real sticking point for me, and I think many of you too. Okay, so next up we've got Patricia saying, I don't think this will get them anywhere but further from their goals. One is as bad as the other. Fewer and fewer people feel sorry for him. Interesting that his speech was better than hers. She's putrid and self-serving. Doesn't it say a lot that dim-witted Harry could make a better speech than Meghan could? She thought her typical word salad nonsense was going to be good enough, but clearly it wasn't. Meghan, you need to try a little harder. And Susan shared an opinion on Meghan and Harry's marriage too, saying that relationship was broken before they even got married. That marriage was one of convenience for Meghan Markle. She was looking for a wealthy Brit to support her, further her career, and bring her big PR. She saw a dimwit prince was available, and the past 5 years have proven to the world who and what she is and he is. They are both narcissists, and each one is trying to outdo the other. He was a novice when he met her, but she schooled him well online. Grifting, whinging, backstabbing, hurting one's family, betraying one's country, and more. He was a quick study for sure. We all knew this marriage was not going to last. In fact, it's been melting right along like those milkshakes in a hot car. Susan, that was a beautiful comment. I don't even have anything to add. I mean, you hit the nail on the head with that one, so thank you very much for sharing. Next, Blue. I'll never forget the ridiculous smile the Russian had on her face as she made fun of the Queen, who was dying, and glanced at Harry as if they were sharing a joke. They can be described as being sick. Since the majority of us are truly sane, sensible, normal people, I believe that their extreme mental instability is the reason why so much of their behavior is incomprehensible to us, and the reason we will never be able to comprehend them.